Here are 3 things that landed me my first product management job with 0 PM experience, and something embarrassing that I hope you avoid. Disclaimer, I'm old. This all happened more than 10 years ago, but these tips are still relevant. I've been on the other side of the table many times as a hiring manager and interviewer. I'll explain how you can use these tactics to stand out if you're trying to break into product management. Before I became a product manager, I was a data analyst for about 5 years. I got to work closely with product managers, but I was stuck in the numbers, buried in SQL queries and spreadsheets. I wanted to build stuff, make big decisions, be BFFs with the engineers. I really wanted to be a product manager. But since I didn't have any experience when I applied for jobs, I got crickets. It was 2012, the housing market crash was still lingering, and everyone wanted PM experience for entry-level positions. But how do you get started when you need experience to get started? Just when I was losing all hope, miraculously, I landed a job as an associate product manager at a startup called Odesk, which you may now know as Upwork. That's right. The only company that would take me became a rocket ship success. I got really lucky, but I think these 3 things helped with that luck to land me my first PM job a lot. Number 1, I worked in a related role. I had already spent a few years working in a related role as a data analyst, and I got 2 big things out of that experience. A, I got exposure to the product development process because I was working closely with product managers. And B, I had skills that allowed me to immediately deliver value to a product team even when I was still learning the ropes of the product manager job. This can be a great tactic if you're trying to move into a product role at the same company. But in my case, I use my data skills to jump ship to a different company. Sneaky, sneaky. What can you do? If you're not in a related role yet, get there. First and foremost, get into the industry. If you're at a company that doesn't have a product team, consider making a move, even if it's into a non-tech role. This can still be a step towards getting into product. I've seen amazing product managers come from roles like sales and customer support. And it says here you've always wanted to be a salesperson? Yes, this has nothing to do with me trying to sneak over to product management as fast as possible. Once you're at a company with a product team, find ways to get closer to the product development process. Read everything the product team puts out, like PRDs, roadmap presentations, and launch notes. Go to any open meetings where they take stakeholder feedback to provide your own feedback about the product, and most importantly, to listen and learn. Ask a product manager if you can shadow them or help with a project. The point is to get exposure to the product development process at your company and get involved if you can. If you're already part of the product development team as an engineer, designer, UX researcher, data analyst like I was, that's awesome. You're already close to the action and you're probably working with a product manager who is overwhelmed and busy. So you can offer to help them out. Maybe take on some customer interviews or scope a new project or manage the execution of a small epic. That's interview gold, especially if an associate product manager role opens up at your own company. Who do you think they're going to consider? That helpful engineer or even an ambitious salesperson or a complete stranger? You got this. Number 2, I had built stuff on my own. Before I ever even applied to a product role, I already had builder experience. I started young. The first website I ever built was a Leonardo DiCaprio fan site circa 1997, hosted on GeoCities. Yeah, I'm that old. Even my website is too old for Leo. Before I became a product manager, I had started 3 small companies and a nonprofit. Every one of them flopped, but I learned from my failures and I could talk about that informal product development experience in my product manager interview. What can you do? This tip you have full control over. Just build shit. There are so many no-code and low-code tools out there. You can definitely build little things. The key is to identify a problem and try out solutions. For example, if I was going to take my own advice today, I'd probably build an app to help me keep track of habits that I'm trying to adopt for myself, like waking up early and meditating every day. I'd ask a few friends and family to try it out and improve the app based on their feedback. No? Meditation's bullshit? Okay, what would you build? Identify a problem, build a simple solution, share it with other people who have the same problem, ask for feedback, learn from the feedback, and improve the product. Bonus points if you can find an engineer or designer to help so that you get experience working with those core partners. You don't have to be number 1 on Product Hunt. Just start building things that are interesting to you. Number 3, I was a super fan of the company's product. I wasn't a super fan of every company I applied for, but I was in love with the place where I got hired. I Googled how to write a PRD and showed up to my interview with not one, not two, but 3 feature briefs printed out. And I told the hiring manager, even if I don't get this job, these are the features that I would really love to see as a user. In your very first product role, passion will take you far. It'll be easier to empathize with the user if you are one yourself. And if you are already an expert on the user experience and how the product works, you can focus on learning to be a great product manager. So apply to jobs at products that you're passionate about, and don't be shy to show your passion in the interview process. And now, just for fun and to embarrass myself, I want to show you the actual thank you email that I sent to the hiring manager after my interview. This is the email that landed me the job. No. Totally kidding. No, anyway, check out this beast of an email. First of all, this is not a quick note. This is so long, but there are a couple of things that I did right here. First, I called out that my background in data could be valuable to the team, and it was. I hit the ground running on day 1 of the job, building dashboards for the team's KPIs. Second, I showed my strong love for the product and my unique perspective as a real user of the product. But holy this email is so long. Don't do that. And write like a human. Not.
I especially enjoyed our long and in-depth conversation on Tuesday.
I think you got it.
Am I dead in the eyes?
Sure.
Hiring managers don't have time for that shit. If you want to hear more stories like this about how people landed their first product job, let me know in the comments. Smash that subscribe button, and I will see you next time.